Hi there and welcome to this WordPress tutorial. In this tutorial, let's see how we can design a simple WordPress website. And in the process, you're going to learn how to use WordPress. So we're going to design something like this. Everything we used in this theme is free. So this is a free theme that I'm using, and you're going to see how to use WordPress to design your pages, how to work with the menu, how to create all these elements, how to work with the widget area, anything that you need to do with a simple WordPress website, you're going to see how to do it. The contact form, you're going to see how you can add a contact form if you need to. If you don't need these elements here, you're going to see how you can remove them so that if you need to create a page without a sidebar, you can do that as well. Go ahead and start watching this tutorial if you want to learn how to use WordPress. And this is a very quick tutorial that will show you how to build a WordPress website without any coding skills. So at any point, if you do have any questions, feel very free to let me know and I will see how to assist you. Make sure you're following along with me throughout this tutorial so that you can cement the skills that you're going to learn in this WordPress tutorial. So I will see you in the next video when we get started. See you then. Hi and welcome to this WordPress tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to install WordPress on my local computer. And for that, I will need XAMPP, and XAMPP is a free application that you can use to run WordPress and WordPress-like applications on your local computer. The good thing about XAMPP is that it is a free application and it is also multi-platform. That means you can run it on Windows, Linux, or Mac. So in this video, let's see how to install XAMPP and install WordPress. So to get XAMPP, just go to Google and search for XAMPP. And you want to download it from this website. So just click on the first search result. And so you can see that PHP version 8 has been released, and this has already been set up for the latest XAMPP. But for me, I want to install a version that has PHP 7. So if you're watching this tutorial in future and it says that the version of PHP that is most widely supported in WordPress is 8.0, is 8.0, then you should probably download this, which has version 8.0. And if you come here on WordPress, you'll see that the requirement is currently 7.4 or higher. All right. So we want to download other versions. If you want to download other XAMPP versions, just click here for other versions, and we're going to see which version we can download. So I'm on Windows, and therefore I can just download the version for Windows. And for me, I'm going to take this one, which is 7.4. You can download for the other platforms if you just scroll down and download the correct version. For me, I'm going to download the one that has PHP 7.4. So you should also choose that as well if you're following along with me. So I'm going to click on that and I will download the 64-bit version. Okay, so the download is complete and I can just install it. Okay, so I already have it downloaded, so I'm just going to double click on it. And this is just a warning about antivirus. I'm just going to click yes to continue. And user account control is turned on. I'm just going to click OK for that one as well. And then next. And for this, there are certain applications I really don't need to run WordPress. So for that, I'll remove this. This is a file transfer application. You can use it to transfer files via FTP. I'm not going to need that. I'm not going to need this one as well. Even that, I won't need it. PHP, my admin, I definitely need that. I don't need this. This is a web. This, I really don't need this on my local computer, and I don't need that one as well. So the most important applications that I will need to run WordPress are Apache, MySQL, and PHP. Then click next, and we're going to choose the default location for installation. If you want to install it in a different location, it's also possible. You can install it anywhere else that you want to. Next. Next. Setup is now ready to begin installing. Click next. And let's just give it time to install. And then once we come back, we're going to see how to visit the local host and also how to install WordPress. So the installation is complete and I can just click there, allow access. That's my firewall. And then I'll click on finish. and it will open the XAMPP control panel. So the only applications that we need here to run are the ones we installed, and we installed Apache and MySQL. So I'm going to click there, Start Apache, and then Start MySQL. Allow. So that's why you are getting the errors about user control during installation. It will keep bringing that every time you try to run anything from XAMPP, but only the first time. So let's go to the browser, and we're going to go to localhost. So if you come to the localhost, you'll see this page, and this means that your installation is successful. So the first thing you may want to do is you want to create a database for WordPress. So let's come here under PHP My Admin. And on this page, you can create a PHP. You can create a database for your WordPress. First of all, let's download WordPress, and then we're going to see how to install WordPress. So to download WordPress, just go to wordpress.org and click on Get WordPress. And then you're going to click here, download WordPress 5.6, which is the latest version. So I already have that downloaded, but go ahead and download it if you want to follow along with me. All right, so there is my WordPress downloaded. And to install WordPress, we're going to need to extract these files, and then we're going to need to create a database, and then we're going to run the installation here on the browser. So the first thing I want to do is let me create a database for the WordPress installation. So I'm going to click here. I can just click new, click on create new, and here you give the database a name, and we can call it anything you want. So I've called mine WPDB1, and then I'm just going to leave the default settings as they are, and then I'm going to click on create. So there we go. We have our database created, and now the next process is for us to extract these files into the directory of XAMPP. So how does XAMPP work? If you want to install any application inside of XAMPP, you'll need to go into wherever you installed it. So mine was installed under XAMPP in the local disk. So all your WordPress files, all files, any website that you want to run on your local computer, you'll put it under htdocs inside of this directory. So inside of this directory, this is where your WordPress files will be. Any website that you want to create, they will be under there. So let's say you have a folder called, let's just call it WP. If you have a website called WP, you can just go under localhost /WP. You can just go under localhost /WP, and that's where your website will be. And if you have another website, you can also add them there. So maybe you have another website using a different platform. You can just create another folder and add your website inside of it. So all your website will be inside here, okay? So that's the point. So for us, we want to extract our WordPress files inside here, so that we can run WordPress on the local computer on the browser and install it. So I want to extract all these files inside here. So on Windows, I can just select everything, and I will drag and drop everything inside here. All right, so everything is extracted here. So whichever platform you're using, make sure you extract them. So note that I've extracted them inside of this folder. Okay, I've extracted everything inside of this folder. So don't put them inside of another folder inside of this folder. So right now our WordPress is ready for installation. If I visit this website, it's going to bring the WordPress installation, and I can just refresh the page and choose a language. We'll continue with English. Now the next process will need a database name, username, and all these other database details. So let's click on go, and our database was called WPDB1. So the database name, WPDB1, and then the username, the default username will be root. So if you're installing this on our web host, just find out these details for your database. And then the password, by default on the local computer. If you install XAMPP, the default password is, there is no password. And then the database host, we leave that as it is. Table prefix, yeah, you can also add that table prefix. You can change this actually. So I will change it to something like that, and then I will click submit. All right, so we can run the installation. If you come across an error on this page, just go back and check that your database details are correct. Now we can run the installation. We'll give this title a name, and I'll call this, let's just call it sampled. And then your username, you can use a username for your website here. I can just use sample as well. And then the password, I want something that's easy to remember. I'm on my local computer, so make sure you use something that is strong. But for me, I want to use something that is easy to remember. So you can see it says that this is weak, but you can click confirm use over weak password. So make sure your password is strong, okay? So to make a password strong, just change this with numbers. You can also add some special characters like ampersands, hash, star. You can add all that in there to make it a strong password. And then email, you can use your real email address, because if you use an email address that is not real on a public website, you will not be able to gain access. You will have problems trying to recover your password if you forget the password. So since I'm on a local computer, I can just click discourage search engines. So when you take the website online, you can uncheck that, and I'll show you where you can do this under settings. So just with that, you can click install WordPress. All right, the installation is done. Now we can log in to our dashboard. Log in. There we go. WordPress is installed. So that's how to install XAMPP and install WordPress. So if you come back to our database, you can see right now the database is empty, but after installing WordPress, if we click on it again, you're going to see it has been updated with our WordPress tables. And you can see it's also added the table prefix that we added for our table. So that's how to install WordPress and install XAMPP. So if you do have any questions, feel free to let me know. In the next video, let's see how to install a WordPress theme and create a child theme. So we're going to install a new theme and create a child theme. So I'll see you in the next video. Hi there, and welcome back to another video. In the last video, you saw how to install XAMPP and install WordPress in XAMPP. So in this video, let's install a WordPress theme. The first way in which you can install a WordPress theme is you can just come here under Appearance, go into Themes, and click here on Add New Theme. You can browse the WordPress repository for your WordPress theme, any WordPress theme that you want. So maybe you want to install Astra. So if I want to install this theme, I can just click on it and install it, and that's one way in which you can install a WordPress theme. And this is a very easy and simple way. You can also upload a theme. Just click there, and then you'll upload a zip file. So let it be a zip file. It has to be a .zip format file. This is a way for you to install a theme. Maybe you have a premium theme and you want to install it. You can just choose the premium theme file and then click there, and you will upload it, and the installation will happen automatically. So you may experience some issues with this. If you do experience any problem with this, just let me know, because the problem may be due to insufficient memory on your php.ini file, and that's something that you can change in XAMPP or any PHP version. So that's something that you may experience as an issue. But if you do experience that as an issue, you can also upload your WordPress file. So let's say I download this theme. Let me download this theme, and then I'm just going to show you how you can upload it to your XAMPP, the WordPress theme directory. So let's search for Astra, and I want to download the free version from wordpress.org. So I'm just going to click there, and I can click on download theme. And you can see it's a very, very small theme, 1.1 MB. So I can just start download, and I can open the folder where it is. So if you want to install a theme, as I said, you can just look for the location of this theme, the zip file, and it will be installed. Or you can also extract this file inside of your WordPress directory. So where's your WordPress directory inside of XAMPP? Let's go into, I'm on Windows. So if you're not on Windows, feel free to follow along with the platform you're using. So XAMPP was installed here. And we said that all our WordPress files, all our files under XAMPP will be under htdocs, and our WordPress was installed under this folder, and all your themes and plugins are usually located under WordPress content. So your plugins are there. If you have a plugin that you just need to extract, a premium plugin, you can just extract the files, bring the folder in there. Make sure you extract the folder in there for your plugin. But for us, we are working with a theme. So for a theme as well, you can just drag in the theme directory, and I'm going to drag in that theme in there. And as soon as I do that, the WordPress will recognize the theme. So I don't really need any of these other themes, and I can just delete them. But I'll show you how to do this within your WordPress. You can also just delete them directly by deleting all these folders right here on your Windows directory. So once you do that, if you go under themes, we're going to see that we have a new theme. So we want to create a child theme for this and then activate the child theme. But before that, let's delete all these other themes. So theme details, delete. Okay. Theme details, delete. Okay. And for us to delete this, we have to make this our primary theme. So I'm going to activate that. And as soon as I activate it, I can delete this theme. So right now we only have the one theme. So the next thing I want to do is I want to create a child theme for this. And to create a child theme, I could do it manually, but I'm going to use a plugin for this because it will make my work very easy. So I'm going to come here under plugins, and I want to add new, and I want to look for a child theme generator. Let me just install this because I've used it before without any issues. So let it install, and then we'll activate it. As soon as I activate it, I can find it under tools, and I will click on child themes. I want to create a child theme. So here, create a child theme. So you can see right now I only have one theme, but if you had multiple themes, you can choose the theme for which you want to create a child theme. So once you choose the theme, just click on Analyze. Primary style sheet, I will leave that as it is. Select parent theme style handling. For that as well, I will just leave that as it is. Anything else that I need to change here? Let's see. Oh yeah, you can change the name for the child. Like for me, I can just call this theme baby child. You can call it whatever you want because it's just the child theme directory. This is a folder that will have your child theme files. Anything else that I need to change here? I don't think there's anything else. And then you can also change the child theme. You can also change the child theme details right here. These are just various metadata for the child theme. And you can give it your website because this is a child theme that you're the one that's creating. So it doesn't have to have the content for the original theme authors because you will be editing this theme yourself if you want to change various things. You can change them or leave them as they are. I'm just going to leave them as they are. And then the version, I can just say 1.1. Just note that if you don't want to change anything here, you can leave them at default and the theme will still work well. And I'll leave everything as they are, and then I will click on Create New Child Theme. So the child theme has been generated. You can preview the child theme and then activate it. So I'll just click there, activate and publish. This is a theme that I want to use. So you're probably wondering, why should I care about a child theme? The good thing about a child theme is that if you make any changes on your primary theme, you won't lose those changes. However, if you're using the theme, the parent theme, without using a child theme, when that theme is updated, you will lose those changes, especially if you add your CSS in the style.css of your child theme. And we can look at that in our directory here. So you can see all the themes which were here have already been deleted. But now we have our child theme. and we have our parent theme. Okay, so the parent theme is that, the child theme is this. So if you make any changes to your theme, they will be recorded in your child theme, and even if this theme gets updated, you won't lose the changes. So that's the good thing about creating a child theme. And you may find a situation whereby you will be editing some files, or if you hire someone to edit any changes for you, like there are changes you may not be able to do because you're a beginner, but if you do hire someone else to make these changes for you and they make them here, when you update this, you will lose those changes. That is why it is important for you to use a child theme from the very moment you start building your your WordPress website. Make sure you have a child theme, and if you're using a theme that doesn't support a child theme, just make sure you change that theme, because that's a terrible theme you shouldn't be using anyway. Right, so in this video you've seen how to install a WordPress theme, and we've also seen how to create a child theme. So what I want to do is I want to go and delete the plugin because I don't need it anymore. So I'll just come here under plugins, and I want to delete this child theme configurator. I will deactivate it first and then I will delete it. You can also delete multiple themes, multiple plugins. I need to delete that, and this one as well. It's a useless plugin. So I'll just click there, delete, and then click apply. And just like that, you've deleted those themes and they won't be available for you even in the directory. If you go there, you won't find their folders. So in the next video, let's come in here and we're going to change our permalink. So if we go to our front end, let's see if we can go, let's just go to comment. You can see that the permalink for our post is not very friendly. So we want something that's friendly. We just want something that has the title of the post. So that's what we're going to do in the next video. We're going to see how to change the permalink so that it can just reflect the title of the post. So I'll see you in that next video. In this video, let's see how to change our WordPress permalink. So the permalink is very important for SEO, and this is not very SEO friendly. So you want to make sure that your permalink is very reflective of the post that it represents. So in this video, let's see how you can change the permalink so that it reflects the title of the post or anything that you change it to without adding all this other useless content. To do this, you're going to go to your settings, and under settings, you're going to go to permalinks. So to change your permalinks, just come here under permalink settings and then click on post name, and then this will make sure that it will replace this with a post name, so the title of your post. So just use post name. Okay, click there, post name, and then save changes. And as soon as you save those changes, if you come back and we try to refresh this, you're going to get a 404 error. So if we go back here and let's just click on comment, and we can come back to our post, and we'll see that our post now only has the title of our post, and that's what we want for SEO friendly posts. In this video, you've seen how to change the site permalink, and the site permalink is important for SEO purposes because at least it tells the search engines what your post is about using a simple title like that. So that's something that is important for your WordPress, and you can change it easily on your WordPress settings. So that's it for this video. Let's get started in the next video by designing our pages, and we're going to start designing our home page so that we can have something that is friendly for our visitors. So I'm going to see you in that next video when we start designing the homepage, and we're going to do it in steps. So make sure you watch all the videos step by step, and make sure you follow along with me as we design the homepage. I will see you in that next video. Hi and welcome to this video. In this video, before we start creating the homepage, let's talk about the difference between posts and pages. So to start, we have to start from the beginning. And in WordPress, we have something called post type. Now, the post type reflects the type of content that you can create. So this is where everything in WordPress comes from, the post type. By default, WordPress comes with two major post types, and it comes with posts and pages. So if we come back to WordPress, you can see if we click here on new, if you come here and we just put our cursor there, you see you can create a post, a new post, and you can create a page. So these are different post types. You can also do the same. So you can see here we have posts and we have pages. Okay, so these are post types. We also have custom post types. So here under post, the major post types that we have in WordPress are, so we do have pages and we have posts. So there's a difference between these two. So pages and posts. Pages are just static content, and you can use this to create static content like about page, contact us, and you won't even have categories for such pages. However, for posts are what will make up your blog. So with posts, you can have categories. You can create categories. You can create categories for the different posts that you create, and you can also create tags. Okay, tags are just a way for you to tag the various content so that they reflect what the post is about. And then posts, this will be listed in chronological order. So the date of posting this is important. The date for posting all your posts is very important. Pages, it doesn't really matter when a page was created. For posts, you can have RSS feeds for your posts. So RSS is something that you may have come across. Maybe you are even subscribed to various article content from various websites, maybe news content. Those are RSS feeds, and most of those are based on posts. So even news websites, they're probably just posts. So the major difference is that pages are just static content that you can use to share information. You want to tell your visitors about your services, you can create a page. You want to tell your visitors how to contact you, where to get you, where you are located, you can create a page for that. Post will be listed under your blog page. So in WordPress, there is a blog page, and that blog page will list all of your posts. However, for pages, there's no blog page. You won't be able to list all the pages in one page for your pages. However, for posts, you can have a blog. You can have a blog page which will list all your posts. And in WordPress as well, we have something called custom post types. So you can have a custom post type. On top of the pages and posts, you will find that there are various plugins or various themes that will also come with other content. So custom post types are important because they enable WordPress to have more features. So for example, maybe you want a page for your videos. You want to create post types of videos, right? So you can have video content. You can have a post type of videos, and this will also operate just as posts because they have the same characteristics as posts depending on how they're defined. So you can have posts, you can have news. Most plugins are usually just dependent on these custom post types. So maybe you have a plugin that works with video content, a plugin for video content. Maybe this plugin will just create a custom post type for videos and then will display those videos a certain way. So custom post types are very important in WordPress, and you can also create them. Maybe you want articles. You just have two different post types. You want one which has articles, and for this, without creating a new post type, you can use blog for this. However, if you want a new post type, you can create a video post type. And then once you create the videos, maybe here you can embed your YouTube videos just as normally you would with any other type of post on WordPress. So custom post types are also very important, and you can create as many different as you want to. You may even want a custom post type whereby you only have images. So you can create a custom post type for images. Here you'll just post memes or quotes or whatever you want to post here. So custom post types are available in WordPress, and it's something that you will encounter if you use plugins. So most of them are actually just predicated on creating custom post types. For us, we wanted to see the difference between posts and pages, and we've said pages mostly static, and then pages mostly static, and then posts, these are content that you just create, and you can create them regularly, and they will be listed under your blog page. Your blog is predicated on posts. Okay, so we're going to see how to create pages and how to create posts. So in the next video, let's see how you can create a page and how you can create a post in the same video. I will see you next time. In the last video, we spoke about the difference between posts and pages. In this video, let's see how to create posts and pages. So to create pages, you'll just come here under page and you can click on new. If you want to see all your pages, you can just click on pages and it's going to show you all the pages that you currently have. So here we have a sample page and I can just trash this. And if you want to permanently delete it, you'll have to come here under trash and permanently delete it. So let's click here and click on add new, and we want to add a new page. So of course you can give it a title. For this, let's say this will be our blog page, and we say that for blog posts, all of them will be listed under a blog page. So for us, let's call this our blog page. And since this is a blog page, we don't need to do anything. We'll just publish this page. And also please note that on pages, you'll see how to design pages in upcoming videos, and you'll see all the details about how you can use the WordPress content blocks to create your pages. But that will come later. So let's just click there to go back, and now you can see we have another page called a blog page. So if you want to create another page, you can just do so. You can click there and add another page. And let's call this one contact. So for this one, maybe you want to change the permalink for this. You want to change the permalink for this under page. You'll just come here on this side. You'll see this option here for URL. You can change the permalink there. That is the link for the page. You can change it right there. We're going to design these pages later. For now, you can just click there to publish, and that's how you can publish. And for this one as well, let's change the permalink. So let's just edit it. And we want to change the permalink to just blog. And then update. And then come back. Now let's see how you can create a post. So if you want to see all your posts, you can just come in here and you'll click on posts. You can create a new post. Just click there, add new. And you can call it whatever you want. The title, maybe marketing tips. And you'll put the content right there. You want to add a paragraph, you'll just click there and add a paragraph. We can get some sample content. So you can just get some sample content from here, and we can just copy. And even if you copy that, you can just paste it in there. You can add all types of content in here, and you're going to see how to work with the WordPress default editor, page editor here. You can add spaces. Maybe you want to add space in between, or maybe you want to add an image. You can add an image here. You can upload an image. So that's just a simple way for how to work with that. That's it for this video. I will see you in the next one when we continue from here. Hi and welcome back to this WordPress tutorial. In this tutorial, let's see how we can work with the WordPress menu. So the menu items that are up here, you can reorder them and you can place them however you want. You can add any menu item here. You can add custom links, you can add pages, posts, and so on. So let's see how you can do that in this video. So different WordPress themes will have different ways of working with the menu. So in this case, if you want to work with the menu for this theme, there's a menu location up here, and there's also another one. And there's also another one that you can place here on the footer. So we're going to see how to do that in this video. So if you want to work with the WordPress menu, you can just come in here and create a menu, or you can come in here. To get to this page, you'll just come here under appearance, and then you'll click on menu, and you can create the menu. You can create a menu here. So let's first of all create a menu, the main menu item. And this is just a way for you to group your menu, and we can just call it a main menu. And once you create this main menu, you can add menu items to it. So for us, you can see these are the most recent pages, but I'm going to click here to view all pages, and I can add all the pages that I want to add to this menu. So as soon as I select them, I can just click add menu, and I can also select where I want this menu to be. So for me, I want this menu to be my primary menu, and it's going to have all the menu items for my primary items right here on the top menu. So I can save that, and as soon as I save this, you're going to see the menu will be located up there. So what I want to do is I want to change the name for this blog page so that it can just be blog instead of blog page. And to do that, I'll just click there and I will edit it, and I can save that. And you can also add custom links. If you want to add a custom link to this menu, maybe you want to add it a link to some other place, you can just do that here, paste. Maybe you want it to link to store or something, and then you can give it a name. Up there, put the URL, and then here you give it the name. On top of that, you can also reorder items. Maybe you want this item to be somewhere there at the top. You can reorder item. Maybe you want this to be part of this. You can do that as well. So you can use this to create submenu items. But of course, I don't want this to be a submenu, and I want this to be the last item. I want this to be the second last item. And I will just save the menu, and then I can refresh. Okay. So you can see that has been added there, and that's something you can do. So in the next video, let's see how we can add the footer menu using the footer menu in Astra theme. So if you're using Astra theme, let's see how you can add a footer menu down here. So I will see you in that next video. So in the last video, you saw how to add the main menu up here. So in this video, let's see how you can do a footer menu, how you can add a footer menu on the Astra theme. So this is specific to the Astra theme, but you can still use these skills on other themes depending on what the theme allows you to do. So to work with menu, you can just come here and then go to menus, and you'll end up on this page. So let's create a new menu, and since we've already created a menu, we can create another one here called new footer menu, and we can save it, and we can add different links to this footer menu. Maybe for this footer menu, you only want the contact page and the home page. You can add that there, and maybe you want to add a privacy link as well. You can use a custom link for that. So let's just paste in what we had earlier, and assuming this is the link to your privacy page. And then of course you'll give the link a text, and for this let's just call it privacy, and we'll add the menu there. So we can make this capital, and we can save it, and we want this to be the footer menu. So in Astra, if you want to display the footer menu, you'd have to go into the customizer. Here, come here and appearance, and then go into customize, and then here on the footer, bar, you can see we have two sections on the footer. This is specific to this Astra theme. So here on the section 2, you can choose what you want to place there. And for me, I want to put the footer menu right there. So you can choose any item that you want here. You can even add text. You can add a widget. You can choose a widget. You can add the footer menu. So for me, I want to add the footer menu, and then I'm going to publish. And as soon as I publish, I should be able to see the footer menu that we've created on our homepage. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next video when we see how to change the footer content for this. So you want this to maybe reflect your website. You're going to see how you can change that in the next video. Hi and welcome back to another video. In the last video you saw how to add the menu items here on the Astra theme. In this video let's see how you can edit this if you want to edit these elements. So of course this is still right and I'm not going to change this. This will just give us the name of our site. So to change this you'll need to go to the WordPress customizer and you can go there. You can even click there by going. You can just go there by clicking there and then you will come here under footer. Let's go to footer. And if you come here under footer, we have the footer bar. And the footer bar has these two elements here. And you have section 1 and you have section 2. So section 1 is this, section 2 is this. So for section 2, as you saw in the last video, I chose to display the footer menu. Section 1, this is what is being displayed. So you can also change the design layout for this. And you can see the current layout that is being used is this. If you change it, you can use this and it's going to display everything in line instead of blocked. So you can also remove it if you don't want that section. I do prefer that and that's the one I'm going to stick with. So to change all this, you can see we already have the copyright there. You can change that if you want to, you'll use that. And then it's going to display the current year. And it's also going to display the site title. So if you want to see the available options that you have for this theme that has this kind of structure, just go to the Astra documentation and search for the footer bar, and you're going to see the options that you have for this. So for me, I definitely don't want to have that, and I will just remove this. And it's going to remove that. And when I do that, I should probably use this other option. You may want to add something like the privacy down here, terms and conditions, and you can do that using HTML. So you can add HTML down there. So let's see how we can add terms and conditions. Let's just add privacy down there. And I want to copy the link from here. So you can add HTML. Let's add a link HTML. So this is the most basic way to add a link, and this is an A tag. This simply signifies that there will be a link here, and this is where the link will go to. So that's where the link will go to, and if you want it to open in a new tab, you're just going to add target. And then you need to add the anchor text, and the anchor text is the clickable text that will be visible here. You can see right now there's no anchor text, but as soon as I add it, you're going to see something starts to appear there. And for this, I'm going to add privacy as my anchor text. So of course you don't need to do this. If you don't want to deal with HTML, you don't have to do this. But if you want to do something similar, you can just copy what I have here, and this will help you to add a link there if you need to add a link. If you need to add another one, you just separate this and then you copy that and add another link right there. So maybe you want to add privacy, you want to add their terms and conditions. Let's just copy that. Maybe you want to add a second link. Let's just copy all the way from here, and I will copy, paste. And for this one, maybe you want to link somewhere else. So I don't have another link. I'll just leave the same link, but I will change the anchor text to terms and conditions. And now we have two links down there, and you can just publish. So that is how you can change the content for your Astra footer theme. So I will see you in the next video. If you didn't watch the video about how to add the footer menu, make sure you watch that, and that is a previous video. we've also added a menu up there. So in the next video, let's start designing our homepage, and I'm going to do that video in bits. So make sure you watch all the videos to see how it is done and how the final result will come out. So I'll see you in that next video.